All right, let's get started with story mapping. So this is a video to just give you a general overview of the options that are available in StoryMap. It is not meant for a particular assignment, but in general about story mapping. So as a DSBN student, you want to go to External Tools and ArcGIS to access the software. You will notice these little dots here that we've nicknamed the waffle. And when you click on it, somewhere in here, you will see the survey 123. You can move these around, by the way, so that's why mine's at the top. Sorry, we're not looking for survey 123. We're looking for story maps. There we go. And when we click it, we're into here. Now, you probably don't have any story maps, but you want to create a new one. So click Create Story. Once we're in here, you're going to give your project a title. And now you can start playing around with the design. So perhaps you want a big picture to be surrounding your project. So in this case, if I add an image that I've downloaded, let's see here, downloads. Well, we'll just pick this one. So I could make it look like this, or I could choose it to make it look like this. There are all sorts of options. I also can play around with the color scheme. Maybe I like a nice blue color or a black color, whatever you think works for your project. So down here, you'll see the little plus. This is where all the magic happens. You could just simply click plus and add text. You could add a map or an image. But most of the time, you're probably going to max out the capability of the program by using this thing called the sidecar. So you click on the sidecar and you've got a choice of docked or floating. A lot of people prefer the floating because you can choose a position to be on the left or the right instead of always docked on the left-hand side. So once we're in here, we can write down whatever title it is. And then you can type in whatever your written material is. You can change your font by highlighting a particular section and choosing heading. You can also add images into here by just clicking on the plus. Go find your image that you've downloaded previously. And now you've got a lovely image on the side here. However, over here, what we've nicknamed the main stage, we can click on add, and quite often you're going to add a map that you've already created. So you can go looking in your sets of maps that you have created in the past. Just going to scroll down a bit here. Let's see here. There we go. And once I've added it, you can see I have the choice of turning layers on or off. So maybe I don't want to look at population, I want to look at national parks, and I want to adjust the scale of my map while I'm in here. That way it will be locked in for the reader when I click save. So if I'm panned out like this and I click on save, it means that the reader, when they come to this slide, will be panned out like this, which is probably what you don't want. So if you don't like that, you can always click on edit. Oh, wait a sec, I didn't want this layer, I wanted the other layer. And I can now go to the appropriate scale and save it. If I want to add another sidecar, I can just click on the little plus button here and put in whatever text I have here. And I can either add another map, or maybe I've decided that for this one, I just want an image. So I can go looking once again in my downloaded images and throw in my image. Now, sometimes the image comes out looking a little wonky. You can play around with it with options. So you can either do fill or fit, and that might work better depending on what kind of image you have used. So other options that are available to you when you hit this plus button, you'll notice that you can include things like a button, and this button will allow you to link it to a to a website. So you just paste in the website here. So if you want to include something along that line, you also have the option of including an infographic. So if you wanted to say, for instance, as something that you wanted to visualize. And then what you can do is click on preview. And now this is what the reader of your project will be able to see. So as they scroll down, you'll see the sections come available in the pictures and the maps and any infographics that you've included. To get out of that preview mode, just simply click on close preview. Play around with it, have lots of fun. Don't forget when you publish at the end that you need to change this setting to organization in order for other people to be able to see your published final results.